Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast, hello, 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 hello. It is wonderful connecting with you, saying hi, hello. How do you do? What is happening? What is going on with you? Oh, blessings, 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 and more blessings are speaking to you. For those who will be live, yes, 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 let's do it. For those who will hashtag and replay it, I love it. For those who will be on and I don't know you on and I might not never know you on, I can appreciate that. And for those of you who will be used by Papa at some point down the road to encourage this here girl, let's make it do what it do. Let's make it do what it do. All right. So we're talking about this notion of personal life principles, right? Having personal life principles and the impact that they have on our lives. So having personal life principles and then the impact that they have. First of all of us, all of our lives are driven by some notion. So like a fundamental truth, a belief. So it's so a principle is a fundamental truth that serves as the foundation for our beliefs and our behavior, or for our thoughts. So there's some principles that drive our belief, our behavior, and that's really what we're talking about today is that our personal beliefs, our principle, our life principles drive our behavior. It drives our behavior. So that's why we need to know what we're thinking about stuff. What's your life principle? I believe that love wins. That's what I believe. I believe love wins. No matter what. One of my life principles is that love trumps all. Love supersedes all. Love wins. That's what I believe. Love is a non-negotiable. Because outside of love, then what? Right? Outside of love, then what? Love wins. Love wins. Love wins. Love wins. Love wins. Right? Love wins. And so it drives my behavior. Personal life principles will drive behavior. Like I may want to cut up. I may want to. I may want to show up in a particular way. But love compels me to show up in a way that's increasingly a win-win. Good morning, Virginia from Virginia. That increases the likelihood that everybody will win. right? Love compels me to do that. So that's what I do. I show up more often than not perfectly. I'm not even trying to paint the picture that I got it perfect like that, because I absolutely do not. But more often than not, my conversation is around more often than not, my conversation. Hey Erica, hey honey bun, is driven by love more often than not. My behavior, my thought patterns are driven by love, right? What I contemplate on, what I consider, what are even a part of my possibilities, right? What's even available for me to choose from has to fit into this criteria of love. It has to fit into this criteria of love. And if it does not, it can't be my part of my options. Yeah, it can't. Yeah, it can't be. Plural. Okay, I thought so. So it has to go off the table. It can't be included in the basket. If love isn't a driving factor or force for it, then it can't be a part of my criteria, criteria. It can't be a criterion for me. So personal life principles drive behavior. It drives our thought behavior. It drives our feeling behavior. It drives our action, our doing behavior. Your personal life principle will dictate how you show up in life. That's just what it comes down to. It dictates how we show up in life. And I want to show up more often than not from a place of love. I want to show up from a place of love more often than not, because our personal life principles will dictate what gets to come, what gets to stay, what gets to influence. It does. It determines it. So I am just not willing, right, to have, I'm just not willing to have, how do I want to say it? Good morning, Mary Monarch. So good to see you. So good to see you. I am just not willing to have I'm stuck right here, because love must drive my life behaviors, all of them. And I'm not willing for any other principle to supersede the principle of love, like retribution, getting back at folk. No. Or fairness. Now, fairness, I value fairness, but I can't, the pursuit of fairness cannot supersede love, because sometimes things are not fair, but that does not give me permission to not show up in love. It does not. Like, a lot of times things are not fair, right? but I don't have permission to show up any old kind of way. I just simply do not. Right? I must show up in a way that is life-giving for me. That is life-giving for me. And if it's life-giving for me, it's also going to be life-giving for others. Hey, Ray Price. Hey, it's also going to be life-giving for others. If it's life-giving for me, it's going to be life-giving for others. So I am just not willing to not show up. Do you see? So when we think about this notion of personal life principles that drive behavior, it is imperative that you, right? It is imperative that you give yourself, choose the kind of life principles that is a win-win for you and for others. A win-win for you and for others. Because if you only choose those life principles that help you to soar, that means you got to step on somebody. You have to step. Now, we're not responsible for other people's, growth and development. I don't know what you want to call it. We're not responsible. But at the same time, it's better when we all soar. Can you see that? Like, if I'm the only one that's going to win, if you will, if I'm the only one that's going to accomplish, if I'm the only one, that's a lonely existence. And it sets up this idea or this experience as if I am the only one. I'm not. It's enough for all of us, y'all. Whatever it is, it's enough for all of us. It's enough love for all of us. It's enough life for all of us. It's enough grace for all of us. It's enough resource for all of us. It really is. We live in an abundant universe. We live in an abundant universe. The cattle on 1,000 hills, right, belongs to God. There isn't a shortage of resources. Now, this is what I mean. If you think about the resources that God has created, there isn't a shortage of those. Water, sand, grass, trees, animals, air. Come on now. Well, when have you not seen those things? So God, our Father created an abundant universe, and we are a part of that abundance. You are abundant. You are abundant. You are an abundant resource, all in and of yourself. You are. And so as I think about this notion of life principles, I invite us to look at what drives us. What drives us? What drives your speech, your thinking, your talk? What drives your beliefs? What drives your knowing? What drives you? What drives you? And so I invite you to consider, what are your driving factors? What informs your life? What influences your life? And what would you like to influence your life? Right? Because anything that comes in, so it's just like, if we got water, well, let me see what Erica said. Yes, we do, and I'm grateful. Love is truly what we need. That's why every morning I smile and listen to my praise music. It helps me in the morning. Amen. Amen. Right? Life isn't neutral, y'all. It's not neutral. What we expose ourselves to will influence us. It will influence us. This might be a crazy example, but I saw some kind of little chocolate bar. It was almost like a brownie something. Anyway, I think I got it from the Whole Food store. I don't know how long ago, but it was in there. It was wrapped and everything. So I got it out because I wanted something sweet. And I thought I ran across a delicious treat. And I pulled it out and I, bit into it. And what it tastes like, the freezer. I mean, it just tastes like, it had been there so long that it took on the smells and the taste of the things that were in there, because that's what it was surrounded by. It was influenced, if you will, by the rest of the stuff in the freezer, and it did not taste good. Ask me, did I eat it? That's another question. We got to talk about it. It didn't taste as good as it would have tasted as if it was fresh. Oh man. But yeah, it was influenced by the rest of the things in the freezer. Just as we are. Right? Just as we are. So we have to decide what we're going to be around, who we going to be around, what's going to be able to influence us, what additional flavors are we going to pick up by how we hanging out with stuff and folk, what we listening to, all the things, right? All the things matter. All the things matter. And so when we think about when we think about that, it's important to it's important to be intentional about it, to not just allow it to to not allow ourselves to haphazardly be influenced. But let's think about what we're going to be influenced by. What kind of conversation? We have to be able to have conversations, y'all. We have to. Even if we don't like what other people are saying, we got to be able to have the conversations. Right? We can definitely agree that we don't agree. Right? But we can't. But we got to be free to be able to have dialogue. So, a personal life principle, what's yours? Do they serve you well? Do they allow you to live the kind of life you want to live? Right? So my top one is love, and my second one, I believe, is honor. I go back and forth. But I believe in honoring one another. Even if I don't prefer you, I'm going to honor you. And me honoring you might mean we need to have some distance, right? That I need to not spend a lot of time with you. Because then if I don't prefer you and whatever, it's going to be harder for me to honor you. And honor is a value of mine. So I do what I have to in order to live from a place of honor. All right, beloved. I love you. I appreciate you. I value you. And at the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you forfeited, we relinquished. You and I gave up the right to not be amazing. It's the top of the hour. You have a fantastic day. Thank you all for visiting me this morning. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you, Virginia from Virginia, Erica, Mary Monarch, and Ray Price. Thank you for being on. Bye-bye.